This is Support is Sexy, episode 185, with Yona Love, founder of the clothing line, Yona New York. Welcome to Support is Sexy. I'm your host, Elayne Fluker, entrepreneur, author, and founder of Chic Rebellion Media. 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, I interview inspiring women entrepreneurs who share their wins and their lessons to help you take your business and your life to the next level and create something sexy. Here we go. Hi, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of Support is Sexy. I'm so excited to have you here because you know it just would not be the same without you. And today I'm excited to welcome our guest, Yona Love. And Yona is the creator of the plus-size clothing line called Yona New York. And it is a new line, but it is very popular. It's been featured in Refinery 29 already and also Life and Style magazine. And it's been worn by one of my favorite actresses, Chrissy Metz, who is on one of my favorite shows, This Is Us. So Yona is making waves with her line, and what I love about her story is that she actually has a totally different kind of business, which you'll hear in this episode, but she always loved fashion and she never gave up on that dream. So on this episode, you'll learn from Yona how to get over life's hurdles, also the importance of second chances, find a way to do that thing that you love no matter what, tapping into deferred dreams, creating a business that solves a pain point, and how to reach out to influencers, which I know a lot of us think about, especially if we have a certain product that we want to be more visible. So she has some tips and advice about that. So I know you're going to love this episode, chock full of information. For more, be sure to go to supportissexypodcast.com for the resources that Yona mentions in here. And now, without further ado, Yona Love. So, Yona, thank you so much for joining us for an episode of Support is Sexy. I'm excited to talk to you.
Thank you for having me. It's such a privilege.
Of course. Now, first question, when did you first fall in love with entrepreneurship?
I didn't know I was an entrepreneur. Kind of just, I fell into it. My mother was a single mom and was an entrepreneur on her own. And I guess I just followed in her footsteps. She made it seem easy.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Brooklyn.
Oh, you're a Brooklyn girl. Okay.
I'm a Brooklyn girl.
What part of Brooklyn?
Flatbush.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nice. I just left Bed-Stuy. I miss it.
Oh,
yeah.
It's hot now. Whoa,
yeah.
there.
Yeah,
Oof.
it definitely is. It's too hot now, and people are starting to come out to Flatbush now.
Yep.
Exactly.
It's no way.
What would you say Yona was like as a little girl?
I had a pretty hard childhood. My parents were divorced. I was one of 5 siblings. I was born in Israel and came to the United States when I was 9. And so we left our friends, and I didn't know the language. We had quite a lot of financial difficulty. My mother was on many programs. She wasn't educated yet, and she put her way through school at night while working during the day. We were hard workers, you know. We cleaned the house and did our chores and went to school, and you know, we had on and off babysitters, but it was hard. My mother instilled in us that family is important and the most important, and we kept very, very close. I do find my family is a big source of support throughout everything, and my family is involved in both businesses. Yona growing up was, I don't know. I can't say that I was a happy child. I overcame a lot, and we did extremely well because of all the wonderful support that we had.
Do you feel like your family Do you feel like you learned, I should say, a bit of resilience from your mom and just your family in general? Because I know as an entrepreneur, that's something that we all have to tap into every once in a while.
I do. I find that I was given the strength not to give up. I was given the confidence and the ability to overcome and grow and not take no for an answer, and just keep on going. I mean, it's really it really is. There's a way. Your dreams are not far from you. It's just that you got to get there.
What do you feel like? What do you feel like was in you or was instilled in you that gave you the what's the word I'm looking for? The audacity to dream, so to speak. Sort of this idea that you can accomplish anything when, as you say, you went through tough times as a child.
Yeah, I believe that you have to believe in yourself and overcome your own fears. Challenge yourself every once in a while. Set small goals one at a time and try to overcome them little by little. You keep strong.
Mm-hmm.
Keep strong. I mean, it's. I find that you can get over the hurdles, and we all have that ability in us. We really do. I mean, we're people, and we were put here to overcome and to grow. And no challenge is too hard. I think that we can make it. Self-esteem is important, and focus is important.
What would you say were some of your greatest influences during that time that you were growing up?
My mother, my friends, I think some teachers here and there. I think people who had given me second chances, people who believed in me. I think people saw a lot in me that I didn't see yet, and kept saying, you can make it. And those little injections of pride and confidence really did help. A kind word here and there, and people believing in me.
People believing in you. What were some of the times that you may have needed a second chance? You mentioned second chances, which I'm a strong believer in.
I was not the greatest student, but the teachers believed that I was positive, and I was a good person, always kind and extremely respectful. So there was, they gave me opportunities to not academically do things, but creatively do things in school. I find that I worked a lot with disabled children and helping them grow, and giving to people, doing kind deeds made me feel better and stronger about myself. I think giving really helped me be able to see the good in me and then be able to grow and share with everyone else.
What kind of work did you think you were going to do when you grow up? Did you have an idea that you were going to go into fashion, or did you have some other idea of what kind of work you'd do?
No, I thought I'd be a nurse, because I really did feel that I was sensitive to people. But then my mother needed my help in the business, so I helped her out, and one thing led to another.
Was fashion a family business already?
No, we were in construction management.
Okay.
So that's what I did. That's actually what I do now. And fashion just became a lifelong dream for me. I loved clothes. Clothes made me feel exceptional and different and creative. And it was my way to express myself. And I was able to naturally be who I wanted to be with my wardrobe.
So tell us about the construction business. I didn't know that part of the business. So that's the business that you spend the most time in.
It is. It's what I've been doing for almost 30 years. Mm-hmm. And that's the family business. It's what keeps us going, keeps us fed for now.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I'm a zoning consultant, and we built buildings and obtained permits.
Mainly around New York or in other cities too?
Yes, okay. Yes, in the 5 boroughs. And that's where my experience is. I love it. It's great. It's not what I chose to do.
It's the family business.
I fell into it, yes. Yes.
So how did you go from that then to designing a clothing line or creating a clothing line?
So as I said, I was helping my mom out. Mm-hmm. And she realized that I had, I guess, some kind of people skills. And she decided to keep me on board. And from there, I was going to school at night to FIT because I just loved art. And I never pursued it, though I was creative in the way I dress and I designed my own clothing, but I wasn't able to start a business out of it. I was too busy working for my mom. Then I started a family, and one thing led to another that just didn't have time to pursue it. My mother passed away 5 years ago, and I decided at that point that I was gonna pursue my dream, because if I didn't know whether she pursued hers, and I said, you know what? I don't have forever, and let me do this now. So I did.
So you did. And how has it been? Tell us what the last 5 years have been like for you in making this transition.
So it's only been 2 years since I started my line.
Okay.
And it's been a fun ride. I mean, people are responding well. There's a lot of positive feedback. I feel that I have something to give and something to share, between my creative flair in dressing, the plus size woman, and I really am enjoying it. I'm enjoying the people and I'm enjoying the whole thing. It's amazing.
What do you think makes, in your line, we should say, is called Yona New York, named after you. And what do you think makes Yona different from other plus size lines?
So being a plus size woman who's a working woman, working mom, I feel that I try to envelop all those into my collection. All the factors of needing to get dressed quickly, look amazing, and take myself from morning to night, and be taken seriously, be out there in the professional world. And I feel having all these factors put into my clothing, and they just speak directly to the woman, to the woman that we want to be.
Mm-hmm. What's the range of sizes that Yona New York has?
It's 14 to 24.
Okay. And do you feel like you hope other clothing lines start to be more inclusive of those sizes, or do you think it's important to have a specialty line like yours that focuses on women of this size and who usually have trouble finding clothes that fit them as well as they like?
I think that other clothing lines should be respectful of women's real sizing and true body types. I think that they should be a little bit more body positive and not require you to be so thin and small. They're cut very, very tight. It's really about the future generations, about our kids or my grandchildren and anyone. I mean, that they should have a feeling of positivity when they go shopping. For us to just transform the entire industry, I think that's a heavy task to follow. But I do feel that the true woman is not always a size 2, 0, 4. True woman can be any size, and designers and clothing manufacturers should take that into account.
Talk to us a little bit about how not being able to find clothes in your size can not only hurt a woman's style, obviously, but also can sort of do damage to her confidence, potentially.
Because every time we go to a store and try something on and it doesn't fit, you're thinking that you're not fitting into the mold that society is putting you in. And unfortunately, there shouldn't be a mold per se. There shouldn't be such a dramatic boundary of what sizing or look should be. It should be a little bit more realistic. It's unfortunate that that women take it to heart. I can't say that I didn't as a child. I had, as a teenager, even as a young adult, I had a lot of trouble thinking that I should feel a certain way and be a certain size and beautiful as thinner. And I would always say I'd be happy if I was thinner. I'd be more beautiful. This guy would want to date me, or that guy would want to marry me. And it's not really like that. And unfortunately, I personally had to go through my trials and tribulations of overcoming this, but it had a lot to do with what images people have. No matter what size we are, we should be thought of as beautiful people, beautiful inside and outside. It's a hard project to overcome. I can't change the world in a day, but I think we're making some progress.
Is that part of the reason that you wanted to start Elayne? I know it was your dream, or fashion is something that you were interested in, but just what you sort of mentioned about women of all sizes, and especially plus size women, being able to sort of feel like they are creating their own mold.
So I didn't, when I was, a young adult drawing and thinking that I might one day go into fashion, I didn't even think of a plus size industry. It happened to be that the plus size industry, I am a part of it. I am a plus size woman who could not find anything to wear. I feel that my style and my collection, as well as even the way I portray myself, if people look at me and see that I am a bigger woman, but not necessarily a obese woman or fat woman or unput together. I look extremely professional and lovely when I present myself, but the industry didn't allow for it all those years back. So I felt that I had something to give now, being that it's exactly what I needed.
Right. So it was personal.
It was very personal. Exactly. Absolutely.
Now, Yona New York has been featured in Life and Style magazine and has been worn by celebrities like This Is Us star Chrissy Metz. I love her. I love her on that show, and I just love everything I've read about her, too. But what would you say makes you most proud of your line?
I think the way it makes people feel. It makes people feel normal and beautiful, and that, they can put something on and feel like they're wearing something anybody would wear, not a plus-size woman and not, anyone can wear this. You would see it in a size 2. You can see it in a size 16, 18, 20. It's 24. It doesn't matter. It's you're wearing something that's comfortable. You're wearing something that's made for you, and you look beautiful in it. Sorry.
I was just going to say, how did you end up working with Chrissy Metz?
My husband, who works with me, so my partner, and he actually reached out to her. He really reached out to her and said, we would like to dress you. We would love the opportunity to send you some of our stuff and tell us how you feel. And she, her stylist came forth and took advantage, which was great.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I think that's such a good example of for people listening, just to know that sometimes all it takes is just reaching out to someone.
Yeah.
We think it has to be this big thing, but the fact that your husband reached out and she responded, and now she was on the red carpet wearing one of your looks.
Right. Yeah. Actually, I mean, it's wonderful. I think now with social media and the internet, I think everybody feels like, we're all in this together. There's such an inclusive type of an atmosphere where people are almost, a celebrity is a celebrity because that's their job. I'm a construction manager or a fashion designer because that's my job. It doesn't make the hierarchy one person higher or lower. Everyone has their talents and their absolutely amazing gifts, and in their own special way, that's what they're put here to give us in this world. And it's nice that we can all,
sort of exist together and support each other.
Sign up, support each other and be effective and touch people's lives. And I just think that's beautiful.
What would you say your support network looks like now?
Oh, it's amazing. It's extremely positive, and it's extremely strong. My support network is amazing. It's wonderful. I have family and kids and siblings and brothers and sisters. It's wonderful.
You mentioned that your family also works with you in the fashion business. How has that been, and is that something that was important to you also?
It's amazing. There's nothing like family in the business. I mean, to me, it's extremely supportive. I guess I feel that way because I'm the one who actually worked for my mom. So I felt like, who can give any more than somebody who's actually invested in the company? So my husband working with me is an absolute pleasure. And of course, we have our ins and outs and our talents and our specialties. He's a very good people person, and he's very good at his writing. He's very knowledgeable of the logistics of the IPO, and I have my little in the clouds type of image, and my daughter, who's very creative. She does a lot of the social media and event planning. Along the way, I had my son-in-law work with us, and he actually turned the company around from not producing properly to really turning some sort of relevant established company. He did amazing. Very proud of everyone in the family. They're just all extremely forgiving and supportive and very wonderful. Yeah.
What would you say entrepreneurship has taught you about yourself as a woman?
As a woman? So you have to be careful, to be taken seriously and not and set your boundaries. I think that women do have to work harder to be taken seriously. Unfortunately, this is the way it is in society. But once you prove yourself, and it's great. It's great. What I learned that we can do it. We can have family. We can have our careers. We can have everything.
And have everything. I love it. Now, in closing, if you think over your life and career and you had the chance to thank only one person whose support was critical to you personally or professionally, who would that be and what would you say?
It's definitely, I guess, my mom. And I would say I think she ingrained in us to continuously keep going and trying and reach our true potential. And she enabled and gave me the power to fulfill my dreams.
So, Yona, how can we support you? Tell us. I'll have links to your website and everything, but tell people anything you want us to know, your website, social media, any other way that we can support you.
Our website is YonaNewYork.com, and leave us feedback, buy our clothes, and tell us how you feel about things. You have opinions, we listen, we respond. We really want to be somebody that you look to for your plus size clothing.
Excellent. Do you have do you guys do custom clothing as well, or just what you sell on your website? Oh, you do?
Yes, we do. We've made some custom gowns, custom dresses. We have a few custom clients. Mm-hmm. People come down to our studio to get fitted, and we will not let anyone leave until they're extremely happy.
Good. Where's the studio located? Is that in Brooklyn too?
Brooklyn, yeah.
Okay, excellent. Do you want to give us the address? Is it open or is it appointment only?
No, it's appointment only. But, reach us on our website, and we check it all the time. We're really looking for people to give us feedback and, join our family.
Excellent. Great. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate talking to you and hearing about your journey. Like I said, I had no idea you had the construction company, and then this is something new.
We mix it all together.
I see. So before you go, what's a parting piece of advice from you to our listeners about anything?
Parting is don't give up. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up. Listen to your customers. Know who your audience is. And stay positive.
Excellent. Yona, thank you so much. Hold on just a second.
All right. Thank you so much for listening. As always, you can go to supportissexypodcast.com to see all of the resources that Yona mentions in this episode, as well as how to find out more about her, get in touch with her, go to the studio if you want to get some custom fabulous clothing made. Go to supportissexypodcast.com. Just search Yona, Yona, in the search box, and her show notes page will pop up with all of the resources there. Also, before you go, be sure to go check out createsomething.sexy.com. As Yona talked about in this episode, we all have dreams that we might put off for one reason or another, but I want to get you in a group that helps you move forward on your dreams today, not someday or one day, today. So go to createsomething.sexy.com to find out more, sign up for the mastermind, get more information, and I'll reach out to you so we can talk some more about it. All right? createsomething.sexy.com. And until then, you know what to do. Go out there and create something sexy, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.